Vinicius Junior is better than Kylian Mbappe. This has been a trending football debate over the past few days, and honestly, I don't understand why someone who claims to understand football, someone who claims to be a football fan, would decide to compare a player like Vinicius Junior to Kylian Mbappe. It doesn't make any sense. That debate is dead on arrival. It doesn't hold any ground. All right, we've seen important debates over the years where you have players like Mohamed Salah and Eden Hazard, Neymar Jr. and Eden Hazard, Luis Suarez among these guys. You can compare these guys because there is some sort of closeness in terms of what they've achieved, their career-wise, their abilities and all of that. But not Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. It doesn't make any sense, man. No matter what Vinicius has achieved at Real Madrid, which of course I give him kudos for. He's been a very fantastic player for Real Madrid, a very important player for Real Madrid. That's not a doubt. But to compare him to Kylian Mbappe, that doesn't make any sense. I think that is becoming too much of some football content creators. All right, that debate is dead on arrival. You cannot be comparing Vinicius Junior, who hasn't done anything yet for the Brazil national team, to Kylian Mbappe, who has the potential to becoming one of France's greatest players of all time. We are talking about Kylian Mbappe here, man. I don't want to talk about statistics, because I think that would be abusive to the person of Vinicius Junior. But in terms of abilities, in terms of what they've achieved, in terms of even in club football, other than the Champions League, there is nothing else that Vinicius Junior has over Kylian Mbappe. All right, just the Champions League. We're talking about someone who is arguably PSG's greatest player of all time, who has the potential of becoming France's greatest player of all time. Then you're comparing him to Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior can only chat with players like Luis Diaz, players like Leroy Sané, among others. All right, not Kylian Mbappe. In my opinion, this debate is dead on arrival. Just my take anyways.